Barnett, and we're in Virgin Megastore in New York, and we look over in the men's section over here, and notice that we pretty much have all these CDs out of here, which actually his first album, if they have it here. They probably don't have it here. Let's see. This is the first album I bought, because when I seen him, he seen the what do you call it, Sweet Dreams album, and I thought this was actually the first album, but it turned out this was actually the second album. The first album, I don't see it, which would be which one is it? Where are you? They don't have it. That's like that. How do they have the first album? Oh, that's a good album right there. It's got the remix to Beautiful People, which pretty much everyone knows Beautiful People, and it has like the remix of it's called actually Horrible People. It's a pretty good beat to it and whatnot. And actually, yeah, that's actually too. On this one, this is actually one of his from his tours, last tour on Earth or whatever. I took the art right there, and I actually got it tattooed on my wrist because I seen that. I was like, oh, it's pretty cool and whatnot. And then I actually have this one right here. I went to a concert. It was in Staten Island, New York, and it was saying something about pledge allegiance to the flag or whatever like that. So instead, I figured I'd pledge allegiance to like Manson's flag or whatever like that. And actually, the first Manson tattoo I got was this one up here. Because it said Marilyn Manson, which is actually my two favorite colors. It's like green and black. And then I actually got this one right here from his autobiography, Long Hard Road Out of Hell. That was one of them. And that's another one. I've seen it online of him and whatnot. And another one, this symbol is from Mechanical Animals, and this one was actually from Hollywood. And then I put the little.
Where's Mechanical Animals?
Yeah, we got Mechanical right here. Which actually I have this poster too at home, where everyone thinks like this is actually he has like boobs, which you can't really see it. But I was like telling everyone that, that it's actually it's a bodysuit that he's wearing. And the first video he had on this one was a Dope Show, which he walks around in a bodysuit and like doing like stuff on whatever. Which actually from this tattoo right here, it's kind of like from Mechanical Animals, because he got like the mechanical arm going on. He's like peeling the skin off. You can see like the robotics on his arm and whatnot. And then like on this one over here, you have like all four of Manson's gimmicks. Like the first gimmick he had was like Antichrist Superstar, kind of like when he really came out, for Beautiful People. They had that one right there. And then there's the one where he went kind of like David Bowie, because that's actually his idol as he was growing up and whatnot. So he went kind of David Bowie. And then here's actually Grotesque, when he actually got he got the Mickey Mouse ears going on. And then this is actually kind of like his new look, I guess if you want to say, or maybe a little Antichrist, but he's got the tie going on, which actually these days you see a lot of bands, like for instance, what's that band? Yeah, My Chemical Romance. When I seen the video, the guy was like wearing a suit and tie and everything, he had like the eye makeup on. I was like, that's kind of a, he's taking Manson's gimmick right there, which a lot of people apparently like to take his gimmick, the way he walks around with the shirt and tie and stuff like that. And actually, let me see what else. I like one of my favorites tattoos is like from Sweet Dreams. Would be that one right there. Cause like when the video he has like my fault. Sweet Dreams is like when he's wearing these little headphone things going on there on the sides. And this is actually like one of my favorites because it's like a real good picture of Manson. And then this is actually one of them from his book too. It's a middle finger. I was like, I figured I'd put that there, which is kind of weird because like one time I was going to get my my permit, and I'm like leaning on the table, and like I can just go like this, and like so if someone looks at it, you could think I'm giving them a middle finger. And even if some people they don't notice it, there's actually 3 6s in the knuckles. Some people don't actually notice that, which is actually kind of weird because my birthday is actually it fell on 3 6s. I was born a 6th day, the 6th month, 6th hour, so it kind of got that double thing going on. It's kind of weird how. I was like, wow, it's like, Manson's supposed to be like the Antichrist, and it's like, I actually fell into, liking Manson, because I liked Manson back since like 93, 94, somewhere in that line or whatever, so I've been a fan, and I'm 25 now, so you can say I've been a fan of him for at least over, 10 years or whatever like that, because, yeah, over 10 years, so I've been, my favorite band and anything like that. What else we got over here? We got this one in the back, it's pretty cool. He's got like the eyes, like here. He has some eyes in his nose. If I can't really see this, there's his nose. And he has like eyes in his mouth. That's pretty cool. And then you got this other one, like a portrait of him, kind of like a little glossy color to it of his face. And I actually have this one right here of Manson. You know, he actually drew a picture of Mickey Mouse, like. So you know he's like flipping the hat, so it's kind of like you see his little side inside of his head. And in the hell of it, I got like a regular Mickey Mouse to kind of show like the Manson Mickey Mouse and a regular Mickey Mouse. And that's actually right there. That's actually Marilyn Manson's cat that he actually has of his own. Because I was like, you know what? I was like, let me get the cat. So I got the cat on me, and I got this other one. It's a pretty cool one, kind of like from one of his songs. It would be. Where he's singing about the monkey, the man, then the gun. So it'd be like the monkey's right here. Actually, yeah, the monkey body you got going on. Then you got the man, and then the gun you got going on right there. It's pretty cool. And then I got this other one where he's on a cross. Kind of looks like Jesus Christ, but it's actually Marilyn Manson. I seen this thing online where he was on a cross. So I took like 2 different pictures of Manson. I got the idea of him on a cross and whatnot. And then also the neck, where I got like the 2 M's on each side.
What album's that from?
That actually is from. It's not even from an album, but it's actually from this. Kind of like, so you got the 2 M's going on right there. It's from his video for Tainted Love. When I first seen the video for Tainted Love, it came in the movie Another Teen Movie, and I seen the M's on his neck. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He has like 2 M's on his neck going on. So I was like, I knew those weren't real. So you know what? I said, I'm gonna get those. So I ended up getting 2 M's on my neck. It didn't hurt at all. People usually think, oh, it must have hurt. I'm like, no, it didn't hurt at all and whatnot. So I got the idea of the 2 M's on my neck, which they probably do just kind of weird or whatever. And then I got the one on the back of the neck. I found it it was online. The one it's got the Antichrist symbol in the middle over there and everything. It's pretty cool and whatnot. Alright. And from Manson, he had he was on Rolling Stones, and he had this picture of his face on the Rolling Stones cover. But I actually had this T-shirt. It said at the front it had his face on it, and on the back of it said "Sex is Dead." So I'm looking at that. I'm like, that looks pretty cool. I think I should get that tattoo. And I actually, believe it or not, I got that tattoo on my back, which it's the same size as the shirt and whatnot going on. It's not completely done. I still gotta get some color done up enough top. See, I got the color down here going on and whatnot, but I still have the color, all the whole face and whatnot. Kind of looks like he has like an aftershave, a 5 o'clock shadow going on. So it's not even done yet, and it's like I get like so much attention from the tattoo. Like literally, I'll like stop traffic, and like people ask me about my tattoo, and they're like, "Oh, it's a really cool tattoo." And some of them actually they think it's like me and whatnot. So they're like, "Oh, who is that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Marilyn Manson." I actually believe, some people actually know it's like Marilyn Manson, and they're like, "Oh, if Marilyn Manson actually seen you himself, they would probably freak out," which I really don't think so. I'd probably just think, I'm a huge fan, because literally to this day, I probably spent about between $6,000 to $8,000 just on tattoos alone, and everyone's like, "Oh, why would you get tattoos of Manson, whatever?" So I figured he actually changed my whole life around, because back when I was like 18 years old, I went through like a depression over girls or whatever like that, so I was like all down and everything. I stopped going to school, and so I just pretty much stayed home a lot and everything. And then what happened was, I really listened to Manson's lyrics, because I was already into him already, but then I really listened to him even more. And I was like, you know what, I'm like, pretty much from after, where is that again? Mechanical Animals. When you look at that, you're like, this is a guy wearing a bodysuit with boobs. So I'm figuring, he doesn't care what anyone thinks. I mean, he's got, he's working out with a bodysuit like that. So I figured, you know what, I don't care. So then that's when I started, my I don't care attitude, where, my first tattoo has nothing to do with Manson, but, it's kind of big, because usually he gave me kind of the confidence to get whatever I wanted, which would be like the Teletubbies, which is kind of, I heard it's like they're supposed to be evil anyway, because like I heard some story where some kid, he was like hugging the TV, and the TV ended up crushing him, and whatever, supposed to be like the devil or whatever like that. So he actually kind of, like usually, like say if it wasn't like for Manson, I wouldn't think I would have the courage to actually
do me a favor, that phone will surface.